It started with a whisper in my ear while I was alone in my room, just a faint murmur that I initially brushed off as my imagination. I was studying late into the night for an exam, and the house was eerily quiet, save for the occasional creak of settling wood. The whisper grew more persistent, forming words that seemed to float on the edges of my consciousness. It was a name, my name, spoken in a voice that was both familiar and foreign. I turned my head in instinctive reaction, but the room was empty, the shadows undisturbed. My heart raced, but I convinced myself it was just the result of too much caffeine and too little sleep. As the days passed, the whispers became more frequent, following me beyond the confines of my room. I would hear them in the library, in the corridors at school, and even during my morning jogs. They were always just on the cusp of being decipherable, a maddening tease that left me feeling watched and vulnerable. I confided in my friend Jenna, who suggested I record the whispers with my phone. Reluctantly, I agreed, hoping to prove to myself that it was all in my head. But when I played back the recordings, there was nothing but silence, a void that only heightened my anxiety. One afternoon, I sat alone in a cafe, the whispers a constant hum in my ears. Frustrated, I shouted, "What do you want?" ignoring the curious glances from other patrons. The whisper stopped abruptly, and for a moment, I felt a creeping relief. But then my phone buzzed with an unknown number. I hesitated before answering, my heart pounding in my ears. The voice on the line was distorted, but there was an unmistakable urgency. "You need to leave. It's coming for you," it warned before the line went dead. My blood ran cold, and I bolted from the cafe, my mind racing with possibilities. That night, the whispers were gone, replaced by an oppressive silence that pressed in from all sides. I locked all the doors and windows, but a sense of impending doom weighed heavily on me. As I lay in bed, a sudden chill swept through the room, and a shadow detached itself from the corner, taking on a vaguely human shape. My breath hitched as I realized it was the source of the whispers, a presence that had been drawing closer with each passing day. It leaned over me, and I saw my own face reflected in its dark void before everything went black. When I awoke, the world was different, muted, distant, and I understood with dawning horror that I was the one whispering now, trapped in the shadows, warning others as it had once warned me.